Welcome to Tuesday morning Vinyasa flow. We're going to get started today. Yeah, I just said it, but make sure you have your playlist on your phone, your computer, your Zoom meeting, and we'll start in seated position. Oh, good. We have a couple more. Lexi, hey, Lex. And Alex, yay. Hi, or Allie, sorry. We're starting in seated position today, so make sure you have your Zoom meeting on your computer and your playlist ready on your phone. Come to seated. Just a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Sit really tall through your spine. Let your hands come to your knees. And start to take some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the grounded energy through your sits bones. And then maybe find a little gentle rock forward and back, side to side. And then find that sweet spot where all of your vertebrae are stacked. So you don't want to get out in front. I tend to get out in front with my head and shoulders, like I'm leaning forward, like in anticipation. So you can just find that place of perfect alignment, or what feels like perfect alignment in your body. Today I want to focus on the exhale. So I want you to bring in an even longer exhale than your inhale. So consider counting to 4 with each inhale, and then counting to 6 with each exhale. And I want you to feel that contraction of the lower abdominal muscles. We're going to focus on the second chakra, which is that area right between the pubic bone and the navel. It's going to be where we're going to bring most of our awareness today as we move. We're going to open up through the hips through this class. And the reason I chose that area is because that is considered to be concerned with the water element. And if you've noticed, there's a full moon outside, and typically we think of full moons as sort of influencing our cycle, influencing the water in our body. And so we're going to focus on this area, the Svadhisthana, or the sacral chakra. So I'm going to bring your hands to that area between your belly button and your pubic bone, and just let your hands rest there as you sit tall and breathe deeply. And take a moment to just notice what might be present in that area. Full, complete exhales. Another reason to bring a lot of awareness to our exhale is because full moons are a really nice time to release, to let go of attachments, to let go of negative energy, to let go of anything that kind of blocks our path, anything that is considered to be an obstacle in our life for us right now, to really release that. We can do that metaphorically through the breath, through the exhale, the extended exhale. So bring to mind one thing that you might want to release through your practice today, whether that's a habit, an attachment, whatever obstacle might be metaphorical or physical, real. And blink your eyes open. Bring your hands behind you and gently press your hips towards the ceiling. So lifting your hips up, just gentle for this at this time. Yeah, you'll notice that's a really big hip opener. And you can let your head fall all the way back, opening up through the chest, to the throat. And then drop your hips back down to your mat and switch out the legs. So whichever leg you had on top, bring the opposite leg on top. And then we'll do that again. As you're ready, planting your hands, lift your hips. You can keep your gaze down towards your navel, or you can open up through the throat. Drop your head back. And release down. From here, sweep one arm open and then sweep the other arm up and over. So one hand is planted, big side stretch. Make your way back through center, opposite side. Do this one more time on both sides. Maybe getting a little bit deeper, a little more open through the chest. Keep your gaze lifted. And then over to the opposite side. Breathe deeply. Then exhale deeply, back to center. All right, from here, come onto your back. And plant your feet. We're going to come into a moving bridge. So you want your feet about hip width distance. Lift your hips as you're ready. And as you lift your hips, lift your arms up overhead. Hold there, big breath in. And then slow, controlled exhale as you drop your hips, drop your arms. Inhale, lift up. Really press into your heels. Maybe lifting your hips a little higher each time. Exhale, lower down. Move with your breath. And then come up to bridge and hold there. Bring your arms down by your sides, but keep your hips lifted and press into your hands, press into your arm bones, and lift your toes. Really press into your heels here. Feel your glutes turn on even more. One more big inhale here. Open mouth, exhale, release. Draw your knees together into a tabletop position. We're going to do some eagle crunches to start to wake up the core. So cross your right leg over your left. And then bring your right arm underneath your left. Slightly tuck your pelvis in and under. Yeah, so you really want your entire low back and your sacrum glued to your mat. And then peel up. Bring your right elbow to your right thigh and pulse there. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Wake up your breath here. Audible exhale each time you come up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Keep the legs where they are, and then drop your knees to the left for spinal twist. Feel your right arm open. Bring your gaze towards your right palm. Deep breath. Full, complete exhale. Feel that constriction of your abdominal muscles as you exhale completely. And then come back through center. Switch out the legs. And left leg comes over, left arm under this time. Peel up. Low back firmly into your mat. Start to pulse. Lift, 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 lift. Straight up towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Keep the legs, drop the legs over towards your right side. Feel your left arm open and twist. Inviting your twist just a little bit deeper with each exhale. And then bring the legs back through center. Tabletop your knees, bring your arms out to a T shape. And then keeping your legs glued together, drop both legs over towards your left side. Hover the legs. Use the strength of your core. Feel that area between your belly button and your pubic bone. Really wake that area up. Come back through center, deep inhale. Opposite side, hover the knees. Yeah, or just come down a couple of inches. Core engaged, core strong, lower abs turned on. Inhale back through center. Exhale, drop opposite side. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop. Move with your breath. This is a few more times. Come back through center. This time straighten both legs straight up towards the ceiling. Really flex your feet, flex and point, roll out through your ankles. And we're gonna do this with legs straight now. So really wake up your core here. Drop both legs over to one side. Maybe come about halfway down. Use the strength of your core. So you don't wanna come so far that you're losing the strength of your core. Inhale back to center and switch opposite side. Lower halfway. Inhale, center. Move with your breath. Allow this movement to be a clearing through your breath. And come back through center. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a giant hug. See if you can grab a hold of opposite elbows here. And then take a grip behind the back of the thighs and start to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. Do that a few times. Getting into all the little creases, maybe coming a little further back. Coming all the way up and back. And let's land in our boat pose together. With knees bent, you can bring the hands to the back of the thighs. Hold there, broaden out through the chest, through the collarbones. Right, then bring your hands together at prayer, and we're gonna twist. Twist right, left, left. Picking up the pace here, right, left, left. Awareness on your breath. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's meet on all fours. Now from your all fours position, we're gonna take sort of a non-traditional cat-cow. We're gonna come into a half squat. So sitting onto your right heel, bring your right shin bone down to your mat, and then walk your left foot way out. Yeah, so it's like a kind of like a weird wide half squat position, and then push your left elbow into your left thigh. We'll take cat-cow here. So on your inhale, really press the hip open, lift your gaze, arch your spine, and exhale, round in, curl in. Inhale, extend and lift. And exhale, round. Move with your breath. From here, I want you to start to move laterally. So sweeping up and over from side to side. Keep the left foot right where it is, side to side. And then even start to move here front and back. So walking the hands through center. So you really have a lot of free movement here. Start to lift through the hips, open up through the arms. Move in a way that feels good, like waking up all areas of your body. Side to side, front, back, cat-cow. And then switch out the leg. So opposite foot comes down. And then press open through the right hip here. Right elbow to the inside of the right thigh. And same thing here. Start with a couple rounds of cat-cow. And then bring in some lateral movements. Side to side, front to back. Bow and then arch. The sacral chakra is our kind of one of our centers of creativity, expression, zest for life. So really wake that up. That freedom, that creativity, that zest, that aliveness. Good, and then let's meet in plank pose. From your plank pose, lift your right leg up. Engage through your lower abdomen. Really draw your belly button up and in. And then round knee to nose. Inhale, extend your leg back. You can do this with the left knee down too. Exhale, round knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round and knee to nose. Hold there. And then step your right foot all the way through. Drop your back knee. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Take cactus arms here. Open up through the chest. Lift your gaze. Really sink your hips down towards your mat. But keep a gentle engagement there as well. Protect your muscles, protect your joints. Bring your hands back down to your mat. Step back, plank pose. Hold plank. And then float your left foot this time. Flex your left foot, and then draw your lower abdomen in. Exhale, round, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Down to the knee if you need to. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale, hold this time. And then step all the way through, low lunge. This time, grab a hold of opposite elbows and gently pull the elbows back. Melt your hips. Full, complete exhale. Empty out all the way. And then find your plank pose. Downward facing dog, lift your hips. Pedal out through the feet. Bringing one heel down and then the other. Spread your fingers wide. Bend your knees and look towards the top of your mat. And then step your feet up to meet your hands. Into standing forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine, look forward. Roll your shoulders down. Forward fold, breathe out. Extended mountain pose. Join your palms. Forward fold, dive right back down. And start to flow here. Inhale, halfway lift. Plank pose. On your inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. And lower halfway down, chaturanga, high to low plank. Hover if you can, or you can come all the way to your mat. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment for a deep, deep inhale. Full, complete exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, look forward, and step or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold. Extended mountain pose. Big breath in, gather it all up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, high to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Full, complete cycle of breath here. Bend your knees. Look forward, step or jump to the top. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Hold chair and breathe. Now bring your awareness to your second chakra, that area right there underneath the navel. Bring more engagement there. Drop your seat a little bit closer to your mat. One more big breath in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Step your right foot through your hands, ground down through your back foot. Sweep your arms up. And pause. Feel the opening through the hips. Breathe, deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Smile. Feel the aliveness of the pose, of your body, of your cells, your heart. Deep breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, one breath. Your deepest chair pose, your most engaged chair pose. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Sweep up, one breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, right into it, warrior one. One breath in, sweep up. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Full cycle of breath, big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Ah. Bend your knees, look forward, step or pounce to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. Listen, from here, step your feet a little wider than hip width distance and point your toes out. Bend your knees a lot. Coming into a squat position. Bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Sink your hips towards your mat. Good. Hold. Feel your glutes turn on. Slightly tuck your tailbone in and under. Now feel the lower abs. Breathe. Building heat here. From here, bring your hands to your mat and step your right foot back. Keep your right hand down, peel your left arm open. Big twist. Big hip opening twist. You kind of want to roll that left foot open just a little bit, really let the hip come open. Open heart. Now bring your gaze up towards the sky. And release. Bring your hand down, step back to your squat position. So right foot comes back. And then step back with your left foot. Plant your left hand, twist. Right arm peels open. Open hip, open heart. And release. Bring your hand back down. Step your left foot in. All right, we're going to come into more of a cardio version of this. Build some heat. So I want you to step your right foot back. And then step it back forward. Come to your squat. So arms come up. Keep that nice deep squat. And then come back down. Step left foot back. And then step back to squat. Lift up. Come back down. Speed it up. Step right. Step forward. Squat. Hands down. Step left. Then forward. Squat. Hands down. Keep going. Right. Step. Lift. Lower. Don't lose your breath here. Yeah, so really, really come into your breath. All right, now I challenge you to do both at the same time and start to bring in a little bit of a hop. If that's not in your wheelhouse today, it's all good. So building even more heat here. Jump, jump, lift, down. Jump, jump, lift, down. Keep going, yes. Good work, guys. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment here, take some deep breaths. From down dog, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then bend your knee, open up through your hips, scorpion dog. Option to stay here or flip dog. Bring your right foot behind you, press your hips towards the ceiling. Yeah, and allow the right arm to open up. Maybe take some big circle sweeps. Smile. Come back through center into plank pose. Side plank, right side. Keep your right hand down and peel your left arm open. Stack your hips, stack your feet. Press your hips upward and hold. Now, if you want to modify here, come down to a knee. If you want to up level, try lifting your upper leg. Hold and breathe. One more deep breath in. Chaturanga, flow it out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your knee. Open up, scorpion dog. Option to stay or flip dog. Same thing this side. Open up through the shoulder. Open up through the throat, the face. Press your hips just a little more up, up, up. Back to plank pose. Keep your left hand down this time. And then stack open for side plank, left side. Full, complete breaths. Now find your highest expression of the pose and hold. One more big inhale right here. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then step your right foot through your hands for warrior two pose. Slightly wrap your seat underneath of you. More engagement through the lower abs. All your awareness there. And then settle in. Maybe deepen a little bit through the front thigh. Wake up your arms. Allow your gaze to come out over your front middle finger. So take this pause to reflect. What is it that you need to or that you would like to release? Or what is kind of standing in your way of your highest truth? Flip your front palm, lean forward. Reverse warrior. What blocks your creativity or your zest? Triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. And then reach, reach, reach. Right hand to right shin. Spin open. Lift your gaze towards your left palm if that feels nice on your neck. Can you wake up both of your legs equally here? Really draw your feet in towards one another. Engagement throughout your body. Soft through the face. Half moon pose. Bring your right hand to the outside of your front foot. Step your back foot in. And then lift off. Flex your left foot. Send your left arm up. So feel the shake. Maybe feel like you're gonna fall, and it's okay if you do. Just come right back into the pose. If you wanna up level just a little or try something new in this pose, bend your lifted knee, and then reach for the top of your left foot with your hand. And then open up through that quad muscle, open up through the chest. If you can lift your gaze. One more big breath in here. Release forward, fold the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your left heel up towards the ceiling. So you can get your heel even higher this time. And then step through warrior two. Again, take a moment to wrap your seat under, gently pressing the pelvis forward, lifting pubic bone towards your rib cage. Feel the stillness here. Reverse warrior. Bring your gaze towards your left palm and sink a little deeper through your front thigh. Triangle pose, straighten both legs. Maybe take a little bit of a shortened stance here. And as you're ready, reach, 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 reach. Hand to shin or floor. And then reach open. Again, take a moment to power up your feet. Equal energy through both legs. Legs drawing in, everything drawing in towards center. Half moon pose. Really flex your lifted foot here. Peel the right arm open. If you'd like to take the bind, bend your lifted leg. Grab a hold of the top of your foot. Challenge yourself. And open up. Maybe lift your gaze. Smile and breathe. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Carefully bring your feet together. This time, separate your feet about hip-width distance. Come into ragdoll pose, grabbing a hold of opposite elbows. Soft bend into your knees. And sway side to side. Release your elbows. Step your feet back together. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees and look forward. And then step or jump to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain pose, reach high. Big breath in. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, from here, we're gonna come into kind of a variation of standing leg raise. So we're gonna power up our left leg first. You can bring your hands together at heart center and bend your right knee, lift up. So 90-degree bend into the right leg. And you can do this with the leg bent, or you can straighten. So if you're feeling strong, you want more strength building, extend the leg out. From here, we're gonna just open out to about 45 degrees with the leg, and then come back to center. But open out, lots of balance happening here, and back to center. But this is coming from the lower abdominal muscles. Keep that leg up there as much as you can, and if it's down here, that's okay. Right, this is still a lot of work down here. So opening out with the outer hip and then squeezing to midline, squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale as you open, exhale, draw back to center. Clear out your mind. See how easy you can make this pose using the power of your mind. Open and close. Good, and let's all come back through to center. Bend your knee, and then grab a hold of the knee. You can bring your left hand to your left hip and open up. Otherwise, you might take a hold of the big toe, come into your standing leg raise pose, open up. Left arm can come out as a counterbalance. Hold and breathe. Consider bringing your gaze out towards your left hand. Tree pose. Draw your right sole of your right foot in to your left thigh. Hands press. Find a moment of stillness, or a few moments of stillness here. You can keep your hands together or lift your arms up. Open up through the chest. Lift your gaze. Do whatever feels good here. Set your gaze, breathe deeply. Hands back to chest, then release. And then we'll do this on the opposite side. So really power up your right foot, spread your right toes a lot, creating more of a base. Yeah, and then draw your hands together. Left knee comes up. You can keep the knee bent or extend, and then same thing here, open, and then close. Squeeze the inner thighs, open. Squeeze the outer glute, and close. Feel this all in the lower core area. And consider that when we strengthen that area, when we strengthen our lower core, the second chakra area, we're really strengthening our connection to that whole aspect of our being, to our sexuality, to our creativity, to our connectedness, our zest, our energy. We get that leg up there a little higher. Good, and then hold center, lift, lift, lift. Bend your knee if you'd like. Open up, right hand to right hip. Open, or come full expression. Right arm opens. Pause and breathe. Tree pose. See if you can transition right into your tree pose. Left foot in. Take a moment. And then do what you'd like with your arms and your hands. Maybe consider mudra. Bringing this is called Gyan mudra, where you bring the thumb and the index finger together. It's considered to be a mudra of wisdom, so your highest power, your highest knowing. Feel that sense of calm. And draw back to center, release. And bring the feet together. Inhale, sweep up, extended mountain pose. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga, last one for class today. So maybe move a little slower than you normally would. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then shift forward, right knee to right elbow. This is going to be our core work. So you're going to drop your right knee down to your right wrist. And then drop back to the elbow. Inhale, drop. Exhale, round. Do this a few more times. And as you're ready, find your half pigeon. Drop the knee, drop the shin. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the left toes back. And as you're ready, come down to your mat. And take a moment just to acknowledge yourself, acknowledge your body, that your body has brought you here to this point in your life, has also brought you here to your mat, allowed you to practice. So take care of it, and you are by doing this. Just allow whatever images or words, any sensations that are coming up here, just allow that. Maybe even name it. And as you're ready, make your way back to your downward facing dog. No big rush. From down dog, lift your left leg high. And then shift forward, knee to left elbow. Hold it in. And drop it down to the wrist. Inhale. And as you exhale, round, knee to elbow. Keep going. Last round right here. Half pigeon pose. Come down, release. See if you can find some release through the hip area using your breath here. I find that it's not always easy to know what and where I'm holding tension. And so just trust that if you do this practice and you breathe deeply, your body will start to, bit by bit, it will start to excavate that on its own. Couple more slow, deep breaths in and out here. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees. We're going to come into frog pose here. So you want to turn to face you might need to actually double up your mat so that protects your knees. You might curl in each side of your mat, and then you're going to bring your knees nice and wide on your mat. Then bring like frog feet, toes point out, inner ankle bones are down to the floor, and then come down onto your forearms. And once you arrive there, I want you to just gently pulse forward and back here and feel into that sweet spot where you find quite a big stretch, but no pain, right? And you might also put like pillows or blankets under each knee. And then hold there and see how much you can release into the pose with your breath. So with each exhale, one more big breath in. Open mouth, release. And mindfully come back up out of your pose. I'm going to come into camel pose here, kind of a variation to start. So what I want you to do is come to standing on the knees and bring the knees about hip width distance apart and draw your hands together at your chest. So before we come into the full camel pose, we're going to engage a little bit more through the legs. So gently press, tuck your pelvis in and under. So you're pressing your hips forward just a little bit, and then sit halfway down towards your heels and hold here. Hold here. Stay open through the chest. So lift your chest, lift your heart towards the ceiling, and hold here. See if you can smile or be soft through your face and feel the thighs really working here. Bring engagement through the lower abdominal muscles. Little pulse here, pulse. 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 Deepen your breath. Last few rounds here. And then come all the way back up, standing on the knees, and then tuck your toes in and under. Bring your left hand to your left heel, and press your hips forward, reach up and over with your right arm. Open chest, open throat. Pause and hold. If this is too much, you can just be here with the hand to the hip. Just a nice slight back bend. Draw your hands back together at your chest, come up, and then switch sides, right hand to right heel, left arm reaches up. Press your hips forward. And come back through center. We'll take full variation if that feels comfortable for you, accessible for you. So to modify, you can just bring your hands to your sacrum area and then open up through your chest. Lift through your chest, stay here. Or you might come both hands to both heels and then release the head, neck, and throat. Breathe. One more big breath. Carefully come out the same way you came back in. And release child's pose. Let your elbows be soft here, so you can bend your arms, bend your elbows. Find a gentle rock from side to side. Check in with what's present in the heart space, what's present throughout the body. Again, just being open to words, images, whatever comes up. And then make your way onto your seat. We'll do one more core exercise just for good measure here. So come into sort of a modified boat pose. Bring your feet about hip width distance and sit tall through your spine. Draw your hands together at your chest. From here, hinge back at your hips. So coming down with a nice flat back, but slightly curl the lower spine in. So you're tucking that slight tuck of the tailbone. And then straighten your right leg. From here, open your right leg out to the side, kind of like what we did in standing earlier, and then back to center. Keep going, open to the side and center. Inhale, sweep open and close. Exhale, inhale, open and close. Maybe getting a little bit lower, challenging yourself. Close, open, close. Couple more rounds. Hold the leg open on your next round and little pulse with the leg. Lift, 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 lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Sit tall. Big breath in. All right, side 2. Hinging at the waist again. Slight tuck of the pelvis. Straighten the left leg. As you're ready, open. And close. Inhale, sweep, open. Exhale, close. Keep going. Move with your breath. Last round here. Hold the leg open. Mini lift. 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 5, 3, 2, and 1. Sit tall. Sit tall. Draw your knees into your chest. And then rock all the way back onto your back. Happy baby pose. Straighten one leg and then the other. Rock gently side to side. And then come into butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow your knees to come open. And then listen, I want you to bring your left hand to your chest and your right hand to your forehead. Just feel your hands on your body. It's a really nice self-regulation tool that you can use now or anytime off your mat when you're feeling stressed or you just kind of need a timeout. Invite in a gentle breath, inhaling and exhaling in whatever way feels just soft and comfortable. Again, be present to any words or images. And then keep your left hand on your heart and bring your right hand to your belly. That area between your navel and your heart. It's a little higher up. And then keep your left hand on your heart. Bring your right hand to the second chakra, the area between the navel, pubic bone. And allow in whatever healing, whatever changing, whatever energy needs to be there. Just allow. We're going to transition into Shavasana. Something nice you can do at home is take a legs up the wall Shavasana. Something nice about a home practice. You can find a wall, swing your legs up to the side of the wall, or you can just come into lying on your back, traditional Shavasana. We have 4 minutes. I hope you'll stay for the next 4 minutes. Go ahead and play your last song on your playlist now if it hasn't started already. Get cozy, snuggle up, just get ready for stillness. It's now 9:57, so 3 minutes of complete stillness and relaxation. Give yourself that gift here. As you lie here, I'm going to read to you from Journey to the Heart for April 7th, which is today. The title of it is, What Are You Resisting Most? Be open to the whole journey, all parts of it. Is there a feeling, a person, a thought, a project that you have been avoiding? Is there some part of your life that you're refusing to deal with or open up to? Is there something you're resisting, something that makes you stubbornly say no? Ignore the voice that says, this is how I decided it will be, so I will close off to that part. I will not consider it. That is the voice of resistance. Be open to everything. Your most valuable lessons may well come from the things that you're most resisting. If you'd like to lie here a little longer, or for however long you'd like, please do that. Otherwise, I'll start to cue you out. If you'd like to get up and go on with your day, start to bring movement back into your hands and feet. Just notice any sensation, any tingling, any coldness, any warmth. Start to roll out through your wrists and ankles. And take your arms up overhead, stretch long. All the way from fingertips down to your toes. And then come into fetal position on either side. Pause there. Take a moment to commit to one actionable way that you can release something today, or to clear an obstacle, or strengthen a relationship, or strengthen relationship to self. What is one thing, one small action that you can take today? Something that is achievable, without a shadow of a doubt. And then make your way to a seated position. Draw your hands together at your chest. May you be well, may you be safe, may you be healthy, may you be happy, and may you be free from anything that stands in the way of you being your highest self. Namaste. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday.